Good morning, guys. This is Simon with TRADEnPERFORM Coaching. It's 5:25 a.m. on March 1st. Welcome to a new month. So, excuse me. Let's get the recording going and talk about how we're going to set up how the chart played out for yesterday. Again, this is because I believe my coaching clients and the members in the room need a strong background in profile and how profile works and how the levels keep up. So if you saw yesterday's video, you saw how we set up the levels. So guys, let's start off with NQ and then we'll go to ES and then we'll reset the charts and we'll go from there. So number one, if you look, in the morning, we opened up inside prior day's point of control. This is a very difficult place to trade, and you can see we just kind of swept the area over and over again. That makes for tough trading. Buyers won out to control, push the market. Where are our targets up? We want to get above prior day's high, a prior day's high that's more than 24 hours old. That's the orange line. And then the extended target would have been that 14,340 in NQ. So you can see we exhaust. So just a fundamental concept, right? It doesn't mean we're above a prior day's high. Short, go back to the algo and look for the setups that'll give you the short rotation, but having the expectation that we know, hey, we're above a prior day's high that's more than 24 hours old, right? Now we're going to go look at the algo and see if we can get set up. We're going to go look at the process and see if we can get set up for a short, right? Market sets up short, come back down, trap, back underneath prior day's high, back into the point of control. Again, chop, 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 right? Finally get one last push. Where do we push down? I failed here because I knew we were in support at 140875. We got the long signal. I just did not picture us pushing all the way back up for a balanced day. So that's how NQ played out, is we exhausted above a prior day's high, totally normal, all the way through the value area, back to support, which was the yellow zone, which is this area down here, again, published before the open, and then responsive buyers for the end of the day, short squeeze back up to 14,240. Plenty of range. It was actually a good day. Plenty of members in the room made great money yesterday on NQ, and that's how NQ played out. Let's get rid of these lines, and then we will go over to ES really quick. And on ES, see if we've got everything over here. On ES, we've got, where's my 5, 15, 30 tick? Let's see. I know we have the 15-minute on ES. We just got to find it. There it is. Okay, so on ES, let's change it to day session only. Okay, we'll spread that out a little bit. And so this was a little bit different look, right? We opened up actually near value area low, right? They couldn't make it into, this was my support zone. This is where I wanted to get long out of the white zone, right? Push, push, push into the volume points of control for TPO and volume in this location. Up above prior day's high, could not get to the old 24-hour high. This would have been a great location. And I'm pretty sure this exhausted overnight. If we look at this, right, just FYI, we come back, use evening session really quick here. And you can see we finally, in the overnight session, got over that prior high and then rolled to the downside. Great, great look for an area to look for the setups for a roll to the downside. Let's roll that back for a second. And then you can see through the course of the day, we found exhaustion when we poked our head above prior day's high, back through the value, back through the points of control, all the way through the value area. You can see weak-handed retail traders trading off of value area low into the anomaly. We stayed in the anomaly for about 45 minutes, responsive buyers, back to the point of control. Classic mind over market profile information. So, and again, you'll see the other concepts of getting stop, it's taking stops from where stops are. You always hear people complaining, they took my stop, then it moved in the direction I heard. Well, guys, fix your locations. Why don't you wait till the stops get hit and then enter your trade, right? Don't complain about stops getting hit. Here's a newsflash. Stops get hit. That's what the market does. So change your strategy. Change your way you're approaching that market so that you too can collect the money instead of being the victim of something the market naturally does anyways, right? So let's go to fixing the charts for today. So how do we do that? So we come back over here and we go to our profile chart. Let's drag this over. Here we go. And let's go to NQ profile. We'll start with NQ. First of all, we can see we now have two balanced days where the value area was essentially in the same location. That's going to make that 14,200 to 14,000, right? Very easily traded through. It's going to give us big ranges. That's good. It's just difficult to defend. You're going to have to be very quick on the mouse coming in and out of that area because you can sweep through. If you're not good at in and out, you probably want to avoid that area and get outside the value area to find your trades. So let's spread that out and see what we're going to do here. So value area actually moved up from the bottom and down from the top. We'll just adjust our purple line that lets us know where value area high and low is, right? This has now become the low. We're now going to adjust this zone. See how it's been tagged on top? But the back of that zone is still valid. It's not as valid as it was, right? First time in, so I'm going to change this to a blue zone because it's already been tagged on top. And then this goes to orange. Why? It's a prior day's low that's now more than 24 hours old, right? Becomes a key location for looking for potential reversals, right? This goes away. And this moves up. Prior day's high. And then this becomes a valid, actually white anomaly, believe it or not. That'll become a white zone. Why? It's the last profile. It's an end case profile, and the market will be, the auction will be complete somewhere between the bottom of this 14,219 and this and the prior day's high. If we get over that and then back under, look for a sweep of the range yet again. So I'm going to make that white. Notice you also, I'm going to move that down just a hair because you'll also have retail gap fill, which some traders will be looking for. So I expand the zone just a hair. Again, I'm looking for the algos to actually trigger me into the trade. So it's not location only, but location really has me aware of what am I looking for my trade. Let me just double check my work here. All good. Nothing else to do. And you can see somewhere between this 13,829 and this 13,698, probably going to get great counter trade opportunity somewhere in that area, right? So followed by, and let's back this up a little bit. See, I left a little too much space. There we go, 13,503 and a quarter. So save the work, and then let's go see how NQ looked overnight. So we will come back here. NQ, let's save the levels and post them up. It's kind of what we're looking at there. I'll leave it extended in case something crazy happens. So you have the levels, copy your chart to BMP, file, save as, JPEG, and we will do, you know what, I didn't save my, I didn't save my chart before I posted this, but that's all right. Let's see, that's NQ 0301, save, and post it to the members. Just find the Slack channel really quick. And go to general. Whoop, there's a little mistake, right? and post. Let us get our, and then let's go see magically what the market did overnight and whether my levels were any good or not. There's the overnight. You can see we made it over the prior day's high, right? So how did it treat, right? So here's Asia, right, where the levels would have been used. So you can see we opened up, got over the white zone underneath. You can see how that white zone acted as really as resistance, but we didn't really trade through it in Asia. It was mostly chop, chop, chop. Up over the prior day's high, right? Back through the white zone. That's an impulse move underneath that white zone. So I would expect 1412 to 14240 to act as strong resistance on the backside test. And then I would look for my target below would be prior day's low on this 13960 to 13937 with an extended trade down to 13829. If we get back above the white zone, obviously the natural target is this yellow zone, followed by these single prints up here and the prior day's high. That's how I run that process for today. It's 5:36. I only have a few minutes left, so let's get the other chart done really fast. I'll slide this over, make sure I save my work, and go to the ES profile. Okay, ES profile, again, you can see 2 days of balance now, right? So obviously we want to see us break. We're building energy for a move. You can have 3 to 5 days of balance usually. So 2 to 5 days of balance. So looking for a move, but we're still, as you can see, trading inside that range. And you can see that the POCs shifted lower. So the first thing I do is go adjust everything. Volume point of control, TPO point of control. Value area high, shifted down. Value area low, shifted down. White zone goes away. Prior days high, went up a little bit. And then prior days low. Poor low needs to be repaired. So if we dip underneath here, I look for responsive buyers back in if they can repair that poor low. And then chart drawing properties, color, orange. Okay. And nothing else has to change. That's up. We have to add a little zone right here. Again, I don't like the way that high looks. There's not a lot of excess up there, so this zone's going to remain yellow instead of white. And you can see the volume builds a little bit behind that, so we're going to expand that up just a little bit to include that volume build through there. And the retail traders will be looking for retail gap fill over there, and that's going to be our zones for the day. We're going to save that, minimize this, slide this back over, and then there's our ES 15-minute chart. We'll post the zones. Let's erase the lines here first. Let's squeeze that in. And we'll do something like that in case we have some kind of, well, we're not going to move 200 points. So let's do it more like this. There we go. We'll leave that as our zones for today. Edit, copy chart to BMP. File, save as JPEG. ES0301, save. Post that to the room. Plus ES0301, JPEG, open. And now I will post that review for both the public and for the members to see, and we will know exactly what we are looking for. So let's go see just real quick what it looked like overnight. And you will see again, we got above exhaustion. We did not hold this yellow zone on the backside. Again, I would expect that to be resistance, backside test, and the natural target. in the POCs, natural place to target for a trade to the downside. Very difficult place to initiate the trade because you get this chop, right? I'd want to be out of this area before I traded in both NQ and ES. So at any rate, that's my 2 cents, guys. If I forgot to post one thing, so I'm going to show really quick. If y'all would like to visit the room, you can visit me right here. Send me an email to TRADEnPerform@gmail.com, and I will be happy to extend your 3-day pass to the room. Or if you just simply have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I hope everyone has a great trading day. Plenty of money to be made. Just let the market come to you. Look for location, and then use the algos appropriately as I teach them in the room. So anyway, have a great day, guys, and we'll talk to you later. I'm going to wake up my little twins. See you guys.